What's going on, YouTube? Ferocity here. I hope you guys are doing well. Infinity Ward released the roadmap for Season 4 of Modern Warfare 2. And I've been very much anticipating this because of what's going on in the Call of Duty community right now. Obviously, we know the reputation of Activision has taken a severe hit over the last few weeks. We know that the community is not a big fan of the Modern Warfare 2 game. So I was curious to see what Infinity Ward would do to try to bring back some players, restore some faith in the franchise, and try to build some momentum. And to be honest, they've released a pretty decent update here. It's not perfect, but it's still half decent. Is it going to get me back on the game? No. I think there's going to be a lot of people that feel the same way as I do, that it's too little too late. And the worst part is this showcases a developer that is desperate right now. They are pulling out all the stops to try to gain any type of traction again within this community. But the worst part is that they released a quality update like this back in Season 1 and Season 2 of this game. This community would be in a lot healthier of a state. Call of Duty as a whole would be in a healthier state. And I don't think you'd be having a community that is calling for boycotting their next release. But instead, here we are in June with finally a competent update for Modern Warfare 2. It is truly disappointing because, frankly, I would have loved to have played Showdown all year. I would have loved to try out some of these new maps that they're putting into both gunfight and battle mode. They're bringing 12v12 Search and Destroy, 12v12 Prisoner Rescue. They have more weapons coming. They have a new Warzone map. There's a bunch happening in the game right now. They are injecting it with content finally. But like I said earlier, it's hard not to notice that it's too little too late. If we compare and contrast what they're offering with Season 4 to what they brought into the game in Season 1, it is night and day. It showcases a company that was extremely cocky about the amount of players playing their game versus a company that is desperate to remain relevant within its own community. So, Season 4, brief overview. Showdown is coming back. Another 6v6 map is coming into the game. 2 gunfight maps, 2 battle maps. Like I mentioned before, 12v12 Search and Destroy and 12v12 Prisoner Rescue. I don't know who plays that, but, to each their own. Obviously, new gunfight blueprints, new weapons, new melee weapon, new Black Cell stuff, new skins, new bundles, because what matters to Call of Duty here isn't so much the content, it's what can they monetize. And of course, they're going back with this Black Cell DLC thing, which I don't know why you're buying an additional DLC package from Activision, but I mean, you do you. Waste your money on things that will be irrelevant in like 5 months. Whatever. It is what it is. I buy golf balls. They end up in the water all the time. I don't know. That was a terrible analogy. Anyways, we're also going to get a new Warzone map. There's DMZ updates. There's new gameplay features. And there's a new limited time mode coming to Warzone as well. So there's a lot here. But then if I go back to Season 1 of Modern Warfare 2, this is what was released. And I get it, it came out like 3 weeks after the game launched. But this is when you had the maximum amount of momentum. This is when people were excited about the prospect of Modern Warfare 2. So let's go over it. Warzone 2.0 came out in Season 1, along with DMZ. The Gulag came, the 2v2 Gulag that everyone hated. Because the one thing that Call of Duty should learn is if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like the perk system that Infinity Ward has tried to revolutionize twice and failed miserably both times. Here in Modern Warfare 2 and in Call of Duty Ghosts. They also released 2 new maps with Modern Warfare 2, which we already know what those 2 maps were. Shoot House and Shipment. Maps that we had seen already. Maps that were remakes. Maps that were in Modern Warfare 2019. Tell me this was not just a 2019 reskin with a few new maps, because that's how it plays, except for the fact that it's like a worse version of Modern Warfare 2019 in a lot of ways. They came in with the raids. They came in with new co-op mission and CDL Mosh Pit. That was the update. And then obviously there was the Modern Warfare FC event, which I praised at the time, but they haven't done anything similar since. Obviously they introduced the first battle pass. There was some new weapons, operators, and bundles. But it's the same old, except for the fact that they injected the game with absolutely zero content for the 6v6 player, for people playing the battle maps, and of course there were no new game modes like ranked play, or gunfight. Both game modes that should have been in the game at launch and had no excuse to not be in the game at launch. And this showcases a company that was extremely confident in what they were producing at the time. Extremely confident that they were going to be able to captivate their audience with just what they had in the core game at the time. And I think what we've seen is the community wasn't very impressed with Modern Warfare 2, as has been showcased that they've been bleeding players ever since the launch of Season 1. Warzone 2.0 has not been the absolute hit that they expected it to be because they didn't listen to player feedback. They made Warzone worse in every single way, and it just leaves a lot of people wondering what could have been. What potential did Modern Warfare 2 truly have if we got the quality of update in Season 1 that we're getting here in Season 4? What if Infinity Ward decided to actually inject the game with a ton of content at launch and then follow it up with meaningful updates in both Season 1 and Season 2? Because I'll be honest with you, I can compare it to Season 1 all I want, but you guys should see what they got in Season 2. It's not like it got a lot better. It's not like Infinity Ward learned from their mistakes, and I think this is when they truly started to lose players at a rapid rate, was because they saw that there was no innovative ideas. There was no original ideas being interjected into the game. This is what we got in Season 2. There was another new map for Warzone. Okay. I'm okay with that. There was a new exclusive zone in DMZ, new missions, new boss, new weapons case. Okay. There are new weapons, obviously new operators, new skins, new bundles, because again, we have to monetize the game somehow. Although I'd argue that the game could be monetized better and the bundles could have a little bit more identity that aligned with a war simulation game. I don't know. That's just me though. I don't think that, the bundles are very war appropriate, we'll say. I just think that Call of Duty doesn't have an identity, and their extensive amount of different bundles doesn't help, or character skins. Anyways, if you're wondering what kind of 6v6 content we got in Season 2, it was Raid and the Museum map that was in the beta. Sorry, not Raid, Dome. That was what we got. Those are the two new maps. Dome, a remake, and Museum, a map they had ready at launch. That's what we got. That's how despicable Infinity Ward was before Season 3 and 4. And you wonder why I'm saying it's too little too late. And you wonder why this game has bled players ever since launch. They did nothing to capitalize on the momentum they had with being the fastest selling Call of Duty game ever. This could have been the biggest game in this franchise. This game could have captivated millions. And instead, it left millions unsatisfied. It left a community in turmoil. And Infinity Ward now finally is there to try to pick up the pieces and try to fix this situation. But I'm going to be honest with you. It's too little, too late. I've said it a lot in this video, but it rings true. If we had had this type of content back in November and February of this game's life cycle, we would have been in a much better place here in June of 2023. But because of the lackluster efforts and focus from Activision and Infinity Ward, they allowed Modern Warfare 2 to completely fail. And it showcases just how little they truly understand the Call of Duty community and how little they care about maximizing this community. So that's it for today's video. I want to know what you guys think of the Season 4 update. Are you guys going to play it? I know I'm not. I'm still boycotting Modern Warfare 2. I have no interest in this game whatsoever. But I'm very curious to know if any of this stuff helps bring you guys back to the game. My guess is, judging by the comments I read every day on this channel, this is also going to be an update that falls on deaf ears for you guys, because you guys don't want to support this franchise anymore either. So, but either way, would love to hear from you as always. And if you're new here and you enjoy the video, hit that like button and also subscribe. We're on the road to 2,000 subscribers, which would be really, really cool to hit. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.